Before I officially start this video, I would just like to say, yes, I am in the same thing that I was in the day before. I wear this and this to pajamas, and I film these at night. Because that's when I can. And also, I mean, I could have just lied to you and said that I filmed these in the same night, but I didn't. And as of right now, 30 seconds in, I don't know what I want to talk about, so we're just gonna, yeah, we're gonna figure it out. So I don't know if I want to talk about hockey stories or talking about music, because I have a lot of hockey stories, but also I have a couple album reviews that I kind of want to talk about because I want to. These are Order, Chaos, Order, and SIDEQUEST. So, me of 5 Seconds to Summer Stan am recording a review on Order, Chaos, Order, and SIDEQUEST. We're going to start off with SIDEQUEST because it's the first one that I could find in my notes app, because I write everything down. So, I didn't get my initial thoughts when I first heard Kill Me For Always featuring Porter Robinson, but I had already decided it was a 10 out of 10. I was obsessed with Kill Me For Always. Cool. Again, it's the song that started it all, okay? When I think of cool, I also think of Meet Me at the Altars. Cool, like, you're so cool, you know, like I think of that as well, but I also think of Michael Clifford, so that's cool. Give Me a Break, aka Boy Kissers, Enemy to Lovers trope. By far, one of my favorite songs. When it first came out, I was going to a, I think around the time that it came out, I was going to a Honey Revenge concert in Vancouver, and I was like, I had that song on repeat, and my friends were like, what the listening to? And I'm like, this. And then they were like, oh, and I was like, oh yeah, it's like about fanfiction and like da-da-da-da, and then like the music video is really cool, and like us and Michael Clifford like kiss and da-da-da-da-da, the boy kissers, and they were just staring at me like, huh? What? Huh? I genuinely loved Give Me a Break. I think like when the live at the Fonda, I feel like a couple of those crowds did not deserve that song, because I would be screaming, especially to the part where it's like, Austin, you're making a scene, Michael, you do the same thing, stop fucking screaming at me. Like, I would go hard for that part. Okay, so now we're on to the actual review portion. Remember When. Also, I will say there was one song on the album that I had on repeat. I think it was Thirsty. And I had that song on repeat, and then the rest of the songs, like, I kind of remember, but I haven't fully, like, listened to the album again, like, start to finish. Same with Order, Chaos, Order. I will not lie. But I love both albums. I mean, this is the same person who still hasn't listened to Blood on the Drums by Ashen Irwin, and that has been out for a while. I just kept telling him it because he did it in like 2 increments, so I was like, oh, well, when the second part just comes out, I'll just like listen to it in full. And then I never did. And I still haven't. Maybe I should do a reaction video to listening to Blood on the Drums for the first time. Do you think Ashen Irwin would actually like hate me for that? Would he be like, you're like a year too late? I think it's been out for a year. Anyway, so Remember When. The guitar, the lyrics. Oh, I'm loving this. The vibes are eating down so hard. You say you love me, and I love you still, but this kind of love is gonna get us killed. And then I said, "Ho, is you in my brain?" I love that song, actually. The vibes. Your face is the one thing that I'm not forgetting. See, yeah, another lyric that I liked, and then I just went, see, okay, what can't Michael do? 10 out of 10. Which I agree. What can't Michael Clifford do? He's just killing it. I'm so sad the SIDEQUEST era is already over. But that means 5 sauce, 6. So, you know what? I'm okay with that. Enough. Enough killed me. If this is anything like Emotions, I'll die. Okay. Or in all caps, oh, okay, twist the knife. And then I said, hey, so Michael, did you kiss the brick before throwing at me? At us? The fans? Did you give it a sweet, soft kiss? Because I'm bleeding out of my head with severe head trauma. This song might actually be my new favorite. Sorry, give me a break. I love it. And then one with like a, I don't know how many zeros at the end, out of 10. So clearly, that song emotionally destroyed me in ways that I will never be able to talk about. Fashion. I like the transition from Enough to Fashion. I'm speechless. Like, I actually love this album. The vibes. The vibe. Everything. This is everything. And then I didn't even rate it. I think, for me, like, Fashion was on the lower part of whatever. But this is, like, the same person who said that they didn't like Scaled and Icy from 21 Pilots and then actually ended up loving it. So, I just had to give it a second chance. So, Fashion, I will be giving a second chance. Thirsty, I had this on repeat, like, I'm trying to remember, did the album, okay, it's like, did the album come out before or after me and my ex broke up? It came out after me and my ex broke up, so a lot of these songs were like, whoa, especially Thirsty. The acoustics, the slowness, the lyrics, the emotions. I literally said this. How to send this to my ex-boyfriend without sending this to my ex-boyfriend because I don't want to talk to him. Posted to my Snap story because he still has me added and I know he'll see it because I don't use Snap. So it's going to notify him I posted. I'm evil. Anyway, what the f*** is that? Double bricks thrown? Okay, so I think I just gave up on rating. Whatever. I think I just gave up on the rating system. Cute. Yeah, I really liked Thirsty. It was the song that I had on repeat for like a while. I loved it so much. Nosebleed. Every time one of these brings up family from when they were younger, touring around the world, it's like a punch in the gut. Like when Luke did it in Mom, it killed me. This and Nosebleed also kills me. Also, as a Michael girly, this album hurts me. I love him so bad. Double his pain and give it to any piece of shit in the world. I'm hurt. I'm wounded. Wow. Chills. I've been a Michael girly. Fun fact, actually, when I was like 8 years old, I hated 5 Seconds of Summer and I hated Michael Clifford. You know how like most people like they'll like go up to him, they'll go up to like 5 Sauce and they'll be like, oh my god, I used to love you when I was younger. I want to go up to them and be like, I'm a fan, but guess what? I used to hate you guys when I was younger. I used to fucking hate you guys. And also, because I remember this so vividly, they performed She Looks So Perfect. Michael had his like skunk hair going and it was like spiked up. I can't remember what performance this was. I think it might have been for like a Jingle Bell Ball or something, but it was broadcasted on TV And I was like 8 years old, so this was like in 2013. This was also around the time when Five Sauce and One Direction were like, you know? So I remember this so specifically because there was an announcer on the TV and she was like, okay, first up, 5 Seconds of Summer, and then after One Direction. And me being me, I was staying up, I was allowed to stay up so that I could watch One Direction, and I wanted to see One Direction perform before I went to bed. And I was pissed off because I didn't want to sit there and I didn't want to listen to 5 Seconds of Summer. And then this was also like peak Ashton Irwin bandana era. Can't remember what Callum looked like. Luke might have had the lip ring. I don't know, this is like 2013. I was 8 years old. I don't really remember much. 2013, 2014. Anyway. I don't really remember much. But I just remember like hating Michael Clifford and hating 5 Seconds of Summer. And it was for the reason that I just wanted to see One Direction, and I was like, okay, well, I'll listen to it anyway. And then I was like, ugh, I don't like this music. It's so, ugh. Because I just wasn't adjusted to the pop punk or the rock kind of. I didn't have a dad. Okay, I didn't get the divorced dad songs or the dad rock. That was mainly when I was in the car with my uncle. But even then, he wouldn't really play the music that loud, so I was like, whatever. I didn't get that experience. Okay, so, if I had a choice, all I'm seeing is how much I relate to this Labubu hating man. I'm sorry, when he threw that Labubu for, like, South and Moose to go grab because Lua was just done with it, I sat there and I was like, thank you for calling me poor in like 100 different ways, because a Labubu here in Canada is like $150 and I'm not about to drop. They're so cute and ugly and I love them so much and I want one for myself because unfortunately for me nothing is ever a trend. I would keep that thing forever. It would not be in the landfill like most of the shit that's consumerism, okay? I would keep that shit forever. I think they're so cute, but they're so expensive that it's like, I don't want to spend my money on this. Anyway, this Labubu hating man. If I had a choice, I'd be someone else. Okay, buddy, wrap it up. Brian Hall fits this song really well. I fucked heavy with this song. I did. Eclipse. Crying. I was crying. He's such an amazing dad. I'm sobbing. That's what I said. My overall review. This is in all caps, by the way, but I don't think I'm getting yell because it's like, what time is it? It's 10:12. What the was that? What the? We got the boy kissing national anthem, cool. And then he just threw massive bricks of emotion at us and then closed it off with such a beautiful song about Lua. Genuinely, I'm speechless. This album is my everything. Running to buy it in stores, streaming it every day. I have not streamed it every day. Brand new obsession for months. Not my brand new obsession for months. This motherfucker came in and was like, psych bitch. Psych. Anyway. For months I've waited for this album and I love it. There is not one song that I love more than the other. This is my album of the year. This is my album of the century. My future grandchildren will be forced to listen to this for years to come because it's just that life-changing. I might be biased because I'm such a Michael girly, but but that was amazing. So that was my overall review. This video is already 16 minutes long. I don't know if You know what? I might film 2 separate videos and edit them, and then... Okay, yeah, I'm gonna do that because I am trying not to make long-form content. So this is the end of the video. I'm gonna post the Order Chaos. I'm gonna record the Order Chaos Order review after I finish recording this, and then I'm just gonna edit both of them, and then probably not post them at the same time, but whatever. I will see you in the next video. Please like and subscribe because I'm so pretty, and I'll be sad if you don't.